If you've been trying really hard to heal, but it feels impossible, it feels like you won't get there, then this might be why. My dear fellow survivor, welcome. I'm so honored you're here with me today, because today I answer a question that I had myself for a really, really long time. And this question is, if I'm trying to heal, if I'm trying real hard to heal every single day, but nothing happens, then how will I ever heal? Rightfully so. And it's a question that a lot of survivors have before joining our Music Can Heal Me coaching journey. And the answer lies in understanding that if we're trying really hard to heal, right? In other words, if we're forcing healing, then that is usually not resulting in us feeling any more healed than before. So what do? When we move away from trying real hard to heal and we move towards allowing healing to happen, how do we do this? Well, we give ourselves permission first, right? And until I realized that I had never given myself permission to heal, that was me. I was trying real hard to heal, doing everything right, trying to do it perfectly, and it wasn't working. And it's simply because I was not giving myself permission, allowing myself to heal. So no matter what I did, no matter how much I did of it, it just wasn't working, right? So first, I gave myself permission to heal. And second, I had a chat with my two soul angels, Dan and Shan, and I asked them for their permission to heal. And of course they gave me their permission, right? They probably gave me their permission from day one, but I just was not aware that this was even something of relevance to discuss, right? So I had this chat, many chats as a matter of fact, not just one, but repeatedly receiving their permission, right? John, you're allowed to heal. John, you're allowed to heal, right? We know you're trying to heal, and you are allowed. You have our permission, you have our blessing, you have everything you need to heal. So once I got my permission, once I got their permission, things started slowly shifting, right? Doesn't mean that I was doing any other healing modalities. I was doing the same things I used to do, but this time it felt like I was allowed to heal, right? So because I was allowed to heal, I was actually feeling a little more healed every single time. But before giving myself that permission, before receiving that permission multiple times, it felt like no matter what I was doing, I was trying real hard, I was trying to do everything perfectly, nothing was shifting for me. So right now, if it feels impossible, if it's still exhausting to be on this healing journey, ask yourself this: well, have I given myself my permission to heal? Right? Have I filled out that permission slip from myself to say, hey, I'm allowed to heal? Right? I give myself permission. And then, of course, with your soul angel or angels, right? If you go to them and ask for their blessing, their permission, there is just no way that they will say, no, you're not allowed to heal. No, we don't give you our permission. There's just no way, because they want us to heal. They want us to get better. And if we get permission, 360 permission, then that is usually what lifts a huge roadblock. So you don't have to change everything. You don't have to set a million goals. You don't have to go all out. You don't have to go stronger or harder. You just need to give yourself permission and to request their permission, which they've already given you, but you were just maybe not open to receiving that yet. But my dear fellow survivor, I say this with all my heart. Please take good care of yourself. And of course, may you be filled with music and heal.